Now, back to the day in question. It's 1:08 p.m. and Arbery is walking around inside the house. 4 minutes after he entered, he walks out and runs off.
He's running right now. There he goes right now.
Okay, what is he doing?
Running down the street.
In the top corner of the security footage, we can see down the street to 230 Satilla, the home of Travis McMichael. At 1:10 p.m, Travis and his father Gregory grab their guns, jump in a white truck and leave the house to pursue Mr. Arbery. We don't have footage showing the next 3 minutes, but testimony Gregory McMichael gave police at the scene and interviews by another witness, Roddie Bryan, indicate what happened. Gregory and Travis McMichael follow Arbery onto Burford Road. Their neighbour, Roddie Bryan, sees the pursuit, gets in his car and follows. The McMichaels try to cut Arbery off. Arbery doubles back and passes them. Bryan tries to block Arbery, but Arbery runs past him and toward Holmes Road. Gregory McMichael climbs from the cab to the bed of the truck, armed with a handgun. We don't know exactly what happens next, but Bryan and the McMichaels end up following Arbery on Holmes Road. And we next see Arbery at 1:14 p.m. running back down Holmes Road, away from Roddie Bryan and towards the McMichaels. Roddie Bryan is filming, and a warning, these scenes are distressing. Now, back to the day in question. It's 1:08.
All right, family. Just wanted to play that clip real quick. I'm not surprised by that. I knew the cameraman, Roddie Bryan, was an accessory to Ahmaud Arbery's public lynching execution, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. I knew he was accessory to it. I just didn't know the extent and detail of how involved he was in. Besides, pointing his camera. When I first saw the execution of Ahmaud Arbery, I said, okay, the guy filming it, how did he know about the situation? That's number one. How did he know where Ahmaud was going to? How did he know? Right? How did he know? And of course, he's white. So if you knew about it, why didn't you do anything about it? Of course, that's an inevitable question. White supremacists, they follow their own code. We don't follow a code. Like I keep saying to y'all, black people don't follow a code. The only code that black people follow is the Coon Code. Just like right now, we're under a pandemic, social distancing, and black people out here are having social distancing parties. Matter of fact, they're not even following the rules of social distancing or quarantining. Out here partying. That's the code that we follow. We know how to get together, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? While our numbers are dwindling down, and we do that to ourselves. In the design of eugenics, Margaret Sanger said, I keep saying this, Margaret Sanger says that black people are inferior and the population of black society needs to be eradicated. But we do it to ourselves in the help of white supremacy. By design, they architect, right? They architect our whole environment. And then we live in that environment based off our surroundings, right? Lack of jobs, lack of education, impoverished conditions, right? And all of that stuff, high crime, all of that stuff creates a very hostile situation for black society. And then we obviously, when you have two enemies or you have two people in the same environment in close quarters where there's lack of resources, guess what? It's survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But going back to Roddie Bryan, this guy, like I said, I knew he was an accessory to murder. I didn't know how the extent of what it was, but not surprised because of the fact that what he's doing, he's following the code of white supremacy, right? He saw the two white supremacists trying to execute, quote unquote, have a citizen's arrest, which basically means I'm going to kill this nigger, right? They did that. He filmed it. He filmed the execution, didn't do nothing, and it's viral. Everybody's talking about it. So he did his job. I'm not mad at that because he did his job. I'm mad at the fact that I'm just basically how should I say it? I am disappointed in the lack of protection that Ahmaud Arbery had during that day, right? The guy was running for his life from 3 white supremacists that were going to execute him, which they did. And they made a public display about it. He was not protected, you know? And the fact that all the chips are stacked against Ahmaud Arbery, who's dead, you know, the white supremacist prosecution, I don't care if that lady's black, she's still a white supremacist mindset to me, right? And because she's controlled by the state attorney who's white, right? So I'm looking at this through the lens of their eyes. Ahmaud Arbery went onto a vacant property where he's not supposed to be. He fit the description of a so-called robber in the community. The 3 white supremacists were doing their job, trying to patrol the area, making sure it was safe. They're going to say Ahmaud Arbery didn't comply to commands, therefore they had to shoot. They're going to say Ahmaud Arbery was dangerous, and they had to arm themselves with weapons and shoot him. Ahmaud Arbery attacked them, they had to shoot him. I'm looking at this through their lens because they are the ones in control. So through their lens, it's not looking good. Like I said before in my last video, it's not going to be no justice for Ahmaud Arbery. Ain't going to be no justice for it. I don't believe in the justice system of America, period, for black society. It's not designed for us, right? It's not designed for us. It's not designed to protect us. It's not for us, period. So I have no faith in justice for Ahmaud Arbery. I have no faith at all, period. I'm just giving y'all the raw facts. The raw facts. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below about this video. Shout out to DL Hughley for pointing this out, making this video about exactly what happened with Roddie Bryan, who filmed the public lynching of Ahmaud Arbery. Let me know your comments down below. Family, make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGFitness. You already know what it is. Till next time, signing out. Peace.